Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of the SCB Pro Challenge. My name is Scott and this week I'm joined by Somerset Assistant Coach Paul Tweddle and fast bowler Jack Brooks. Before Paul and Jack answer your questions and set you this week's challenges, we're going to watch a short video of some of Jack's highlights of playing.
Big celebration now as Jack Brooks goes to his century.
Paul and Jack, thank you for joining us for this week's Pro Challenge. How are you both doing?
Marvellous, thank you. Good to be here.
I'm doing really well, Scott. Thank you for asking.
Good to have you guys on here. So we've got some questions for you to start off with before we get on to this week's challenges. And the first one's for you, Jack. So we've just watched some video of you bowling, taking loads of wickets, stumps flying everywhere. And Bertie Bush, who's 5 years old, he goes to Plymtree Primary School in Devon. He would like to know, what are your top tips for a budding fast bowler?
Okay, number one, I suppose, is bowl as straight as you can and bowl as fast as you can. I've always enjoyed bowling, trying to bowl as fast as I can, especially when you're younger. So bowl fast, bowl straight, and enjoy it.
Definitely. So don't worry about too much. Just try and bowl as fast as you can, and everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, definitely. When you're young and you first start playing, the main thing is enjoyment. Get those basics right.
Brilliant. Thank you. Paul, next question is for you, and this one's from Sophie. She's 11 and she lives in Bath, and she would like to know what makes a really good team.
Great question, Sophie. Yeah, for me, a really good team is something where everyone complements each other. So some people might be able to do certain things better than others, whereas other people might have other strengths that might be able to complement the team. So really good teams are teams that really gel together because they have different strengths at different times, and that makes the team work really well in a lot of different situations rather than just always in the same situation. I think you'll find a lot of really good teams have that same thing in common, really.
And a really good question from Sophie, which will tie in nicely to our creative challenge that Jack's going to tell us about in a little bit. So the next question, this is for both of you, and with one of you being a coach and one of you being a player, we'll have kind of slightly different backgrounds on this one. So it's from Preston Primary School, and they would like to know how you motivate yourself to train. So Jack, do you want to go first on that one?
Yeah, I suppose early in my career, when I was a lot younger, the main motivation to get out of bed in the morning was to sort of be the best I could to try and play for England, long-term goal. And you got the chance to reach the pinnacle of your sport. And as you get older and that sort of chance goes by, you sort of reset your goals a little bit and still want to be the best you can, because you want to do the best for your team. You want your teammates to know that you've worked your hardest and got the best out of yourself. And for me, it's if my teammates know that I've done that, win, lose or draw, then I've done all I can. We're very lucky to play cricket for a living, or coach cricket for a living. It's our hobby, something we've done since we were kids. So you want to make the most of it because it flies by. So if you're enjoying it, you'll get better and hopefully have some success.
So enjoyment, a real key thing there, that if you enjoy something, that's just going to give you the motivation to keep training. Nice. And Paul?
Yeah, I guess I'm motivated in a similar way. It's about being the best version of myself. I wake up every morning, I want to try and do everything that I do to the best that I can do, whatever that is. I'm a pretty driven person, so whatever it is I'm throwing myself into, I want to be the best version of that, that I can be, not looking at anyone else, not comparing myself to anyone else. Just being able to kind of look at myself at the end of the day and go, do you know what, I gave that the best crack I could that day, to be the best I could. I've got personal motivations in terms of where I want to see my career go, and I know that I have to do certain things that might not always be what I would like to do that day. They might challenge me, they might grow my awareness in a particular area. I might not like doing them, but I know that they will get me closer to where I need to be or where I want to go. So that keeps me kind of driven. If it's a particularly difficult day that I know I've got coming up, I know it's going to take me a little bit closer to my to my end goal and being the best version of me. So yeah, that's what kind of gets me out of bed in the morning.
Thank you, Paul. Really nice answer, and some kind of really good messages in there around actually it doesn't matter about anyone else. It's about you and being the best version of you can be, and not worrying about what other people are doing or what might they achieve and that kind of thing, but actually being the best that you can possibly be for yourself. Brilliant. Thank you. And final question, and this is for both of you again, and this is from Isaac, who's in year 7 at Fairlands Middle School, and he would like to know whether playing cricket at school was pivotal in making it your choice for a career.
Well, a good question, Isaac. Not for me. I played 5 games in 7 years at secondary school. I went to your sort of bog standard state school, which didn't really have a great sports system, certainly not for cricket. I had, now those 5 games in 7 years, I think I helped organise 3 of them, maybe 4 of them. So it didn't really have much impact on my future career and my cricket sort of experience. I was quite lucky. I played sort of youth cricket for Oxfordshire from the age of 10, and I was playing adult cricket from the age of 11, which for me, to mature and grow and improve, playing adult cricket from a young age, when you're thrown at the deep end against a load of grown adults not wanting you to do well in the opposition, you grow up quickly, and you learn to earn your victories. So school cricket for me isn't the be all and end all. It's almost just as important to start playing with adults as soon as possible, really, to toughen you up.
And Paul?
Yeah, similar to Brooksy, actually. I think for me it was a similar story in secondary school. I didn't have that much provision for cricket. I wasn't as lucky as a lot of children are now outside of the current climate, that they've got a lot of support. I didn't have that much, but actually it didn't really matter to me. I was lucky that I had a club locally that I was able to visit. I tell you what school cricket did was it did make me appreciate how much I was able to get at the weekends and how much support my parents gave me, because I knew that I wasn't getting it from my school, and I was able, the kit that we had wasn't great all the time. So it really made me appreciate actually when I went to my club or when I was playing with my parents in the nets or whatever, how kind of fortunate I was in that sense. So not a lot less pivotal in the playing side of things, but it did spy my bracket to coach, I think, at school, because there was a lot of other lads there that didn't have that much awareness of cricket. So it started my curiosity about how to help people get better, even though I was playing myself and I was just a teenager myself. Sort of fostered a little bit of ambition to help people develop, whether that was people my own age or younger.
So actually not playing huge amounts of cricket in school for you, Paul, almost kind of led you into the career you're in now, and really sparked that interest in developing and helping other people. Yeah. Really interesting. Brilliant. Thank you for that, Jensen. Thank you for those questions that were sent in. So a couple of challenges for this week. So Paul, I think you're going to tell us about our skills challenge this week. Yeah,
so I will move my camera in a second, but the challenge this week is a rebounded catch challenge using a tennis ball and a surface that you can rebound the ball off. The idea is that you're going to try and see how many catches you can take in 30 seconds. So follow me over to the wall. So I'm going to use this wall here to throw the ball off. I'm going to get into a position and try and catch the ball as many times as I can. Let's try and get one in shot. Yes. And then try and catch as many as I can in 30 seconds. And obviously there, I still haven't dropped a catch in 17 years. So I'm doing quite well with that.
So, Tweds, I love that. Are you, to test yourself, do you stand a bit closer, a bit further away? Or do you get different size balls, or maybe one of those funky balls with it bounces off at weird edges?
Yeah, definitely. So you can change the surface that you're throwing off of. If you get a little bit of an outside wall, for instance, that's got brickwork, that might take some different bounces. Use different balls. You could use a golf ball if you're really venturous. Go careful with your windows. Any balls that have got, you can even tape on some extra bobbles to the ball if you don't have a reaction ball close by. change the surface, get closer, use one hand, anything like that will certainly challenge you a little bit further.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes is a good one. Close your eyes is a good one.
Cool. So a nice simple challenge in all you need is a ball and something to bounce it against, but actually loads of different things you can do to make it easier or harder and kind of challenge yourself and find where your limit is. Brilliant. Excellent.
Great. That's a great drill for getting your technique right, getting the real basics right. If you've got a nice solid base and you bend at the hips and really drill that correct technique, and then you can sort of expand from there. But your hand-eye coordination, everything, like even as a warm-up pre-game or pre-training, that's a really good warm-up exercise for your eyes and your hand-eye.
Cool. Excellent. Brilliant. And then that's our skills challenge. So this week's creative challenge, Jack, you're going to tell us about this.
Yeah, so boys and girls, this week's creative challenge is to design a poster, and I want that poster to be advertising for a brand new teammate for us, for Somerset. So what are the best attributes, both on field as a cricketer and off field, more importantly maybe as a person, would you want to advertise when you're trying to bring a new teammate into the environment? So what key skills would you want to advertise on that poster? Would you want to go for cricket skills? Would you want to advertise you want somebody who can bowl fast or hit sixes or be a really good player of spin? Or would you go down the more personal route and go for concentration or selfless behavior or determination? It'd be interesting to see what attributes you guys come up with.
Thank you, Jack. So a skills challenge from Paul, a creative challenge from Jack trying to find a new teammate. Feel free to send in videos of practicing Paul's challenge or your posters in to us as well, and you can either email them to me on the email address on screen, or you can tweet them to @SomersetCB with the hashtag SCB Pro Challenge. So that's this week's challenge. Thank you, Paul, for letting us, well, giving us your answers and setting our challenges this week, and thank you to Jack as well.
No worries, Scott.
And good luck, everyone, and have a good week practicing.
Take care.
Take care, guys.